Hi guys, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 22nd of April 2024. Today it is beautiful, it's sunny, Monday morning, everything is great. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that everything worked out for you over the weekend and all is well. It's the beginning of the government work week, and I do hope that everybody's on their way, doing what they need to do, being a productive member of society. So, uh, yesterday was quite interesting. It was dark, it was gloomy, but it was still beautiful. I enjoyed the day. It was cooler than actually today. And, it's one of those funny things on a tropical island. You will get hot this moment, you will get a little bit of wind, you will get the day windy in the next hour, you will get heavy showers in the next hour, and then the sun comes right out after. And that's one of the beauty of being on a tropical island. It's very unfortunate that the crime and violence is so terrible when people should be trying their utmost best to live with each other, among each other, respect each other, and be there for each other and just enjoy the fruit trees, the nature, beach, all these kind of things, hills and there's so many things there that you can enjoy that doesn't really cost too much if persons pool resources together and have a wonderful day. It is such a beautiful island, and the world have spoken about the island of Jamaica and its beauty. And there's a reason people always say Jamaica is a beautiful island, because when you compare it to other islands, you'll find they are known for natural disasters. Even though they're tropic islands and they're very beautiful, they're known for natural disasters and all these kind of things. They're not known for many rivers, while having many beaches, while having many hills, while having many sightseeing all in one. A lot of their beauty are decorated or designed by man. For example, their hotel, the resorts, the excursions, a lot of them are designed by men. It's not natural beauty. And that's what Jamaica, the island of Jamaica, have over many places. The naturalness of itself. And it's just a sad situation that it's been heavily manipulated, it's been destroyed, and all of that. And the government is one to be blamed, the citizens of the country is to be blamed. Everybody have their share in it. Crime and violence, the criminals on the island who decide to turn it into gunland, shutterland, gun bag, all this kind of foolishness, you understand, instead of just look into it and say, you know what, I'm not going to let my environment define me. I'm not going to be what they want me to be or what I was designed to be, which is a criminal, which is, a heinous gunman who just decide to take out people. I'm just going to be what I was designed, what the universe wants me to be. You understand? And it's being a productive individual, being a caring individual. There's nothing wrong with it. But I understand the trauma, because oftentimes the mind has cave in or give in. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to find the word, guys. The word was just in my mind and it slipped out. A lot of times people have given to the trauma that they have been through. They didn't seek help. They just tell themselves that, yeah, I'm a man, I'm a thug. I can beat this. I can ride the wave. I can get this. But then your actions is something rather contrary to what you actually think. You believe that you can beat this invisible monster. You believe that it's a toothpick. It's a thorn in your big paw. And so you can easily overlook it or pick it out or ignore it and it will go away. But what we're seeing is that a small little thorn is becoming a big conflagration. And it's a very sad situation, because when I look on the island, I'm not rich. I don't have it every day. There are times when I simply do not have it. I don't have it. It's that serious and it's that deep. But sometimes when I look at it, even while not having it, it's a time, I just use it as a time, like, let me go on a fasting. Let me see what the universe has in store for me. Sometimes the universe is speaking to us because we don't have the man-made riches and wealth. So what are we going to work with? We give our body to the universe and ask it to show us a way or bring us people or put ourselves out there so that meaningful people will come into our life that can add to it in a positive way. It happens. You have to. That's why I speak about being alone so much, because you need that time to sit and think. Expel the liquor, the special from your system. Expel the cigarette, expel the ganja, expel all of these, the pills and all these things. Expel it from your body. Take some time to detox. There are herbs out there that can cleanse the colon. For example, the aloe vera. You understand? And if it's too much for you, you can use what they call bitter orange and mix it together. I used to do it. I guess that's why I have this, a radiant skin that always look somewhat hydrated, because I do it every now and then. Drink water sometime and hold a meditation and allow the universe to speak to you. Allow nature to speak to you and listen. You cannot rely on your own understanding. It was never designed that way. We are not an island. We were never designed to be alone all day, every day. No, we weren't. And because of such, we don't know how to control the loneliness. We don't know how to control the void. We don't know how to control it that's inside of us. So we just seek just about anybody. And so you get caught up in the wrong company, the wrong set of people. You become the wrong set of people yourself. When if you take a time, like a day or two, to be by yourself, which is good enough for you to understand who you are as an individual and how you can be a better person tomorrow. Everybody will not be rich. I'm sorry. That's just the harsh reality. Everybody will not be rich. Everybody will not be a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. Everybody will not have great wealth. But it doesn't mean that you will live a poor individual. You will live in the realm of the poor and the destitute. Come on. It was never designed like that. It was never designed like that. Man tell you these type of things, and it's people who are morally depraved are feeding you these things and letting you know that you have to lock this in, you have to lock this man, you have to extort people in order to get money, you have to do this, you have to do that, and stuff like that. I'm yet to see in a society a group of men in a community come together and say, you know what, it's work that we're seeking and we're going on a hunt today. We're going to find out where the construction sites are and see if we can speak to the contractor, the overseer, someone, government body, and 5, 6, 7 of them in group going down, and they're you understand what I'm saying? People look into these things. You have social media out there, so if they deny you, you can say, listen guys, we went hunting and we want this and we want that, we want some work, we want something to do, we have family to feed, we have to feed ourselves, we have to take care of ourselves. If these things actually happen now in 2024, people will look at the men of the society from a different angle. You understand? I remember a friend of mine said some time ago that, people who give the most trouble get the most opportunity because more attention is always paid to them. And he said that it's from school days. And I realized that there's truth behind it, because when I was going to school, the students who give the most trouble get the most attention. The teachers usually seat them at the front and say that you come and sit there and stuff like that, because they see potential in that child or in the children. So they'll put them at the front most times, or they will be around them and try to find out what's taking place in their life, what's going on. And they're getting this heavy attention year by year, and you're there struggling with your subjects or with your work, schoolwork. You're not getting any attention because you don't give trouble like the other student. And because you don't give trouble like the other student, you're overlooked for 5, 6 years in high school, for 5 years, 6 years in primary school, prep school, whatever the case may be. And you come out in society and you're being ignored, and you struggle just the same. And you struggle just the same in a mediocre job. You try to make ends meet with what you have, while those same troubled individuals who lean on heavy attention are getting attention and getting opportunity as the day go by. Now you see oftentimes why people who are, you would say, less fortunate, or people who are from ill or at-risk community or stuff like that always end up launching out over those who were from privileged background or well-behaved while in school and stuff like that, because the well-behaved persons are often ignored. They're often ignored. And I was asking this question one day, why is it that when you behave a certain way on social media, people give you attention, people like you, people support you, especially over on TikTok. You'll see this behavior and people will support you and people will give you this. And I always answer my own question and saying that they want to continue the engine of the negative stereotype. And so the algorithm is twitched to show these people highlights. So at all times when you're scrolling, you will always see this type of behavior generating, in particular in the Black community, because someone wants to continue the engine of the negative stereotype being out there. So I was actually answering my question, but I was limiting it to the Black community. Now, when you go over into white community, people are asked the same question. They have their skill, they have their this, their that, they're talented, but they're being overlooked oftentimes. Now, when you look into it, the answer is, like I just said before, people love negative things. People give negative things heavy attention. People cater to negative things. They say they don't, but they really do. You understand? They say they don't, but they really do. They really do. I'm sorry. They like negative things. You know why? Because it sparks their interest. It's humorous. It caters to them. It tickles their fancy. It sweets them. You understand? I'm going to get back to the word sweet in a while. And so with that being said, it makes you wonder, why being a good guy? Why being a good girl? Because there's no profit in it. There's no profit in being a good guy, in being a good girl, because you're seeing the bad girl out there. She's doing her thing. They're on OnlyFans, doing this and that. And the guys are giving them a lot of money to go on their channel or their page, whatever they call it over there. And they're supporting them. These girls are making a lot of money. They're also on social media and they're being very disrespectful to each other, vulgar, overly aggressive, and people are supporting them. While another girl will go over there quite, peaceful. She's about something wholesome, healthy, because I used to be on a channel with this female who was actually a teacher, and she couldn't get 100 persons over on her page and on her live. And even if she gets 100 persons, they're not contributing. But these are the same persons who will go over to the people who are loud and vulgar and boisterous and be donating, contributing, or giving them gift and stuff like that. And I say, what's the value in being a good person? What's the value in being a good person? What's the value in having self-respect when you are never rewarded? Yes, it's for you. It builds the inner man. But upon building the inner man, you want it to reflect in society, because you're not just spiritual being, you're physical being. And you have to relate to each other. You have to have interpersonal skill. You relate to each other in society all day, every day. So you want to know at some point that you are rewarded for your character, rather than people with negative character who are heavily rewarded. Money pay for things also. We're not living in a country or a world or a society where there is barter. Money pay for things, and the gifts are what? Money. So if you're gifting persons based on bad behavior, what is that saying about you? That's what you cater to. So stop saying that you want these people to be fake, you want these people to stop, they need to this, the that, and the behavior, when at the same time, a lot of you guys are catering to them, you're liking it, you're supporting them. You understand? I remember quite a few years back when I was doing my businesses, and I was trying to generate an audience. I was doing my promotions. I was doing this. I was out in the field doing my promotion, printed shirt for my company and all these kind of things. And I didn't get the support and stuff like that. But other persons were in the street doing their promotions for a party, and they dancing and skin out and all these kind of things. People support them. People support them, you understand? But because I guess I didn't come presenting that to the public, it was an issue. Another thing, when I was selling my castor oil, when I was having my castor oil business, I was selling it. I couldn't get the support. I hardly got the support. But at the same time, because people were saying, their excuse was, my hair is not natural. No, well, my hair is natural, but I wear extension and stuff like that. So they're saying that I'm wearing extension and stuff. So why they should support me when I'm not a representation of my product that I'm selling? But you're going to Mr. Chin shop to buy eyelash, to buy this. Mr. Chin is not wearing eyelash. He's not wearing wig. He's not wearing the products he's not using the products in his hair that he's selling. But you do not make that excuse. You run there. So for every single thing that you're doing that is positive, people try to find a way to scrutinize it. People try to find a way to belittle you, to tear you down, to not be an encouraging individual once it is something positive. But had it been something negative, where I said, dirty that, I don't know, this and hand that, this and over that, people would gravitate. You caught their attention and they'd be like, oh yeah, let me send her some money. Let me send her $50. Let me send her this in gift, that in gift. Let me send, you understand me? And so people ask the question time and time again, what's the reward in being a good girl? Same as what's the reward in being a good guy. Because you find a good guy, he gets up Life is difficult just like anybody else. And he gets up, he tries to get to work, and he does his thing. He has problems at work. He stays in his job. He pays his bills and all of that. And what's the reward in that for him? If he tries to do something else on the side, he's not going to get the support. You understand? He's trying to meet a nice girl that he wants to have a relationship with. She's not interested in him because he doesn't make bank, or he doesn't look like a scammer, or he doesn't look like, you understand me? He's about to pop off something out of the waist and stuff. And because of that, he just doesn't get the girl. He doesn't get the girl that he actually desires or is pursuing. And so people wonder oftentimes, what's the reward in being a good person? You understand? But there's something else that I wanted to tap into is, you ever notice the voice of the women on social media who are very loud, who are cussing all the time, who are always quarreling and go so with the put, with the buck, with the rock, with the put, hand up, who in a up, down in a up, in up. Have you ever listened to their voice? Have you ever listened to their voice and how they sound? They all have a lot in common. They have a deep, dark, husky type of voice. I don't know, maybe I have it too. Well, I know I have two different voices, you understand, or maybe three. They're all not coming together at once, though. But what I'm saying is that the voice of a lot of these women who are like that, listen, I could name names, but I'm not going to, because I'm not going to give them the traction, you understand? So I'm not going to name it. But I'm sure if you guys go on TikTok, you will see them, or you type in certain things on YouTube, you will see them. And they always have this deep, dark, husky type of voice. Like there's 7 different people inside them that's speaking and stuff. And, you know, it's like they just have I don't know if it's a gift or curse in cursing. But today I'm going to prove the Bible is a liar. Or I'm going to make you determine whether or not the Bible is a liar. You understand? I'm calling it a liar. I'm using personification. I'm giving life to the inanimate object of the Bible. So today I want you guys to assist me. You understand? Because the Bible says a lot of things. And I'm wondering if it's true, or if it's a lie, or if it's false, or if it's misleading. So you guys will determine that. And for Christians and all these type of person, relax your toodles. You know, I'm not the great contrarian or anything like that. I'm just a thought provoker. So you guys can tell me whether or not the Bible is lying. Now, this is what the Bible say. Remember, I always quote it, but this is what the Bible say. I'm going to prove it to you. This is what the Bible has said about these type of females who are on social media, and they're always quarreling, they're always cussing, they're always doing this. And I said, I don't know if it's a gift or it's a curse. So let's see what the Bible has to say about it. In the book of Proverbs, I was reading the book of Proverbs, chapter 9. The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13, going straight down. Remember I said I'm going to get back to the word sweet? Okay, so the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13, going straight down. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple. You know what clamorous means? It means like loud, noisy, vulgar, aggressive. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple. Do you know what simple means? Simple means stupid. Stupid. So a foolish woman is loud and stupid and knoweth nothing. That's what it says. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. Now, who do you know seated at the door of her house in the high places of the city? Well, it's not just one. I can think of around 4 of them. It's 4 of them I can think of on social media right now who seated at the door of her house. You understand? And it goes further. Watch this. To call passengers who go right on their ways. To call passengers. In those times, the passengers would be a stranger of the city. You understand? To call passengers who go right on their ways. So they're soliciting something. They are soliciting something. Watch this now. Whether it be attention, whether it be money, whether it be people to subscribe, people to... You understand what I'm trying to say? Then it goes. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she said to him, listen again, whoso is stupid, simple, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanted understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet. Remember, when I get back to the word sweet, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Do you know what that is? Those are all metaphors, Those are all metaphors, but it says stolen waters are sweet. That which doesn't belong to you, once taken behind the back, it is sweet. That's what the woman is actually convincing people. You understand? They're convincing people that illegal and immoral acts are very sweet. And it says bread when eaten in secret. Why would anybody eat bread in secret? These are all metaphors. What are you doing in secret? Things that you're not supposed to do. Things that you're not supposed to do. Things that are illegal and are immoral. This is what she's saying. Is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there. He knoweth not that the dead are there, and that their guests are in the depth of hell, and that her guests are in the depths of hell, means that her guests are also cursed. The people she entertained, the people who come there, the people who see her, who sit and pay attention to her all day, every day, are in hell, because the curse is going on to them. Just as, so, let's see if the Bible is a liar. The Bible is a liar. You tell me. I don't know. I don't know if the Bible is a liar. Now watch this. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. Remember, I speak about these women and they're loud and how they're this. We just use a Bible verse to quote and tell you what their intentions are and how they go about it and what is the result of those who decide to entertain the behavior of these people. You see it happening in your household. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with what? Madness. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart. You know what astonishment mean? Surprise, shock. Shock means that the heart will get sick. The heart will get sick. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of the heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday. Thou shalt what? Grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Watch again. And thou shalt grope at noonday. Do you know what grope mean? Cussing. Cussing. Attacking each other, going at it. Yeah. You tell me if the Bible is lying. I need two answers. Is the Bible lying? Are their behavior, is it a blessing? Is it a gift to cuss and behave like that? Or is it a curse? You tell me. You tell me. And if you minus the spiritual part of it or the religious part of it, you can also answer the psychological part of it. You understand? So it says they shall grope at noonday, and the blind as the blind gropeth in darkness. So just like how the blind is mad at the fact that or upset then at the fact that he is blind because there's darkness to him. To him it's always day or it's always night, whichever he chooses, because he can't tell the difference. He's without vision, so he cannot tell the difference. So it's the same thing. They will be mad. They will be upset. They grope at noonday. That's what they do. Once the sun is in the sky, once the sun arises, the madness heightens. The madness heightens. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. You see, you will not prosper. It looks like they're prospering. You will not prosper. It says thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. In the ways. In the character, thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed, and spoiled evermore. You shall be only oppressed, means someone is not with you. So it would appear like you're being oppressed. No one is with you at the end of the day. No one is supporting you. Who do you know is in a deep, dark quagmire, melee right now, and what? It seems like they're oppressed and spoiled evermore. Who do you know is going through that right now? There's someone in particular that's going through that right now. And it says what? No man shall save thee. So you tell me if the Bible is lying, if the Bible is a great liar. Like I said, I'm using personification. Is the Bible the great liar? Is it speaking the truth? Also, I want to find out if the behavior, is it a blessing or is it a curse? And like I said, if you want to put away the spiritual part of it or the religious part of it, which is the biblical quotations that I just did, you can answer me from the psychological part. Or if you want to incorporate sociology to say it's the behavior pattern of how you were raised in a society, you can do that also. I mean, it's a mere excuse, but I guess you can also use that. So you be the judge. You be the judge. Like I said, I'm no longer offering like closing argument to many things that I put out there. I want you guys to tell me. And remember, I put up an ad yesterday. I'm going to close off. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting up an ad yesterday about the services that I offer. These are things that I was doing all over, and I've been doing it for years, but I didn't officially make it a business. And because of such, a lot of things just went down, doing like keep upping in from ideas, upping in from business idea, business venture, and doing all these kind of things over the years. That's what I used to be about. And so I decided that I'm going to make it a business officially. And so it's catering to people in the diaspora. Sometimes you don't want your relative in your business or something like that. You rather hire someone who you can trust and stuff like that. So for persons who have all these things that I mentioned, I'm going to leave it again for those who didn't see it. You understand? I'm going to leave it again at the end or maybe in the middle or somewhere. But I think at the end is more appropriate, which is no. I'm going to leave it there so you guys can see the services that I currently offer and stuff like that. And so you guys can contact me. And like I said in the email, you don't have to give full details. My email is on my YouTube channel, SS Devil Advocate. And so you can contact me via the email. You don't have to give any lengthy information. You can just contact me and let me know what it's about. And then I will give you further information, further contact information so we can proceed. Okay? Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.